Now, in earlier video, you got to know the most important points of your resume construction. Now, in this video, we'll proceed further. As you got to know that you need to put your skills and experience at highlighted position. Whenever you go for any role, for any job interview, they require just two things. First, your capability for the job that you're applying and your experience for how long have you been practicing it, how much perfection do you have you acquired over time. So they require just your skill and your experience. Academic qualification matters hardly. When it comes to skill and experience, they are count much more than your academic qualification. Now, you may use words like result-driven marketing professional with over 5 years of experience in digital campaigns. If you mention terms like these, you make your competitor get lower. You make your interviewer feel that you are actually a result-oriented employee and you're supposed to get selected. Now let's proceed further. You also are supposed to make a professional design rather than just putting text that I've been working in this organization, I've been working in this organization, I aggregated this much percentile in my secondary education. Don't do it. Use a professional design where everything actually should look like you're a professional. It should look attractive, not with the help of designs or something, but at least point should be as clear, as concise as possible, so that interviewer just has a glance on it and he just selects you out of nowhere. He does it. Now, you also are supposed to avoid overly creative designs unless you're applying for a creative role. For example, if you're applying for a project designer role or interior designer role, you are supposed to showcase your creativity upon your resume. But in case you're applying for positions like management, head, teacher, project head, or something like that, architect, then you're not supposed to use too much designs upon it. Just have a professional background in which you just put the text into tables as possible. Mention your skills, your academic qualification, your experiences, your soft skills, your hard skills, your understanding about the job that you're applying for, your capabilities that you possess in order to go ahead with the job, your 5 years of upcoming goal or something. If you have any references, mention it. It's must. Your chances of getting your resume selected gets enhanced by 80% if you just mention the references along with their phone numbers and their signatures. Now, let's proceed further. You will also use some simple template and professional fonts like Arial or Calibri or something like that. Use bold fonts for heading, and you will avoid using any color at all. It should be like any color that you select. For example, bright yellow or neon green. Don't even think of doing it. Now, as you're ready with your resume, you're also supposed to oversee for the mistakes that you might have committed. Check grammar, spelling, formatting thoroughly, clearly, as clear as possible. Forward it to 5 to 6 people in order to have a glance at it and find as many mistakes as possible, so that the place where you're applying, they shouldn't come across any mistake. Give it to a trusted friend or mentor and who can review your resume and let you know the mistakes that you committed inside it. In case you didn't, it means you're already at a good level. Don't worry. Now, you might come across some errors like major instead of manager, and this can create a negative impression at the first. You all know that first impression is the last impression, so you need to stand out. That's the only chance that you have in your hand. Now, along with the resume, we also submit a new it's a trendy letter which we call cover letter. Now, it's specially designed for that particular job interview. Now, how do we write it? See, firstly, personalize your greeting. Now, in this cover letter, we actually say that, sir, it's me. I want to apply for this post, and I have accumulated experience of 5 to 6 years in this industry, and I'll really revolutionize the place that you have, the growth that you want to see in your organization. So I just require a chance to work with you, and trust me, I'll be something like that. In this letter, you make them see dreams which you will accomplish after visiting. But if your dream that you're making them see for your selection is worth getting you selected, then congrats, you're already inside. Now you will address this letter to the hiring manager with the name, if possible. If you don't know the name, you'll just write HR. Okay, HR. Now you will use any word like dear hiring manager if you cannot specify names of them. Now Mr. Jones, Mr. Robin, if you know their names, it's good. That it sounds more personal than writing to whom it may concern. So it doesn't. Now start with the strong opening. Grab attention with your enthusiasm and notable achievements and experiences if you have any. In case you don't, then you will write a normal letter as you write, an application as you write. Mention how you have found this position. You will also mention about the company that you're about to visit. For example, imagine that you are HR and then I come to you and I tell about you. Sir, this is the best organization I've ever seen in this whole city and I want to work with you. Since in last 5 years, I've seen that the passing percentage of this these students of your secondary examination, I've seen it has gone 100% and that has blown my mind. I want to work with you. I've felt crazy. Like just from knowing this information, like as compared to other organizations, they don't even belong nearby you. So that makes me feel that I can be a good employee under your supervision. I'll definitely try to transform the way how the work proceeds here, and trust me sir, under my supervision I'll lead your team as best way as possible from following strategies that I have, and I've already implemented it to the following organizations which I'm mentioning below. Kindly have a glance at it and consider me. If you've written this much, trust me, the interviewer is already like you have already stood out, right? If you write something like, as a passionate advocate for customer success, I was thrilled to see the opening of customer support manager at your organization. I am desperate to work with you. Okay, so afterwards, you may also highlight why are you fit for this role. If in 3 to 4 points, if you mention your best skills that you think makes you stand out of those people who are your competitor, who have also arrived for the same reason of interview, highlight why you are fit for this role. Use examples in order to show that you have these skills and you have implemented it in earlier organizations. You've seen the result. In case they're thrilled to know that, you will get selected, and I wish you will. Now focus on what you can contribute to the company. I know you have skills, but these skills are going to be implemented in their organizations. What change can they expect just because you are there in front of them? For example, you may write something like this. In my previous role, I was working as a sales executive, and trust me sir, I exceeded quarterly target more than 30% through my strategic talent like client management and engagement, in which I just exceeded more than 30% of the role that I was given, of the level, the sale target that I was given. And that makes me fit for this organization as well, sir. I promise to do the same thing with this organization. You also may tell us a story, provide a context in order to detail your understanding about the role that you are applying for, or your experience that you have about the role that you are applying for. Share a brief story that can illustrate your passion, your unique qualification for the role that you're going to apply. Keep it professional and concise. For example, you can say, during my time I was volunteering with the non-profit organizations, and I developed a social media campaign that boosted donations more than 50%. And that was due to my representation on social media platforms and my designs that I created templates and shared it to multiple social media platforms, and I ran a campaign and an ad on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, and that enhanced the donations more than 50%. See, if you write something like this, the person who is going to select you is already off. Like, he is already blinded by the overwhelming attention that you have gained over time just by using these sentences. Make sure that you have capability before you use these type of statements. Now, you may also showcase your knowledge of the company. For example, if the company is out of the level, like if the company which you are going to apply is really popular in particular category, mention it so that the interviewer should know that you're really get well with the company. You are passionate. It's not that you just want to hold that post you're applying, but you know the company, and that makes you apply. So they'll have this feeling. So share your knowledge about the company which you're going to apply. So it's not really hard to do so. You just need to visit Google, look at the company's profile on Just Dial, or in a particular social media platform, or at least website. Website is the best way where you can get the whole information about the company. Now you can research about the company's mission, culture, and select news in order to tell in front of the interviewer. I think that is satisfactory for today. There'll be third video of it, and by the third video, you will be the best candidate. And if you have seen till here, it means you're the best candidate. You already are serious about this. And if you are, kindly subscribe, comment if you've liked it, and see my other videos as well. You'll find more informative than this one. See you in the next one. Take care of yourself.